Now, here's what happens. So, Eric July has
Right.
some stalkers. He says.
I saw the video of the guy taping money to the door.
Right.
I'm aware of that.
Okay. So that's the situation. Okay. Now, Eric has chosen to react in a certain way, which, as Cecil says, is his place. Now, here is how Nick Rekieta responded. And this is why there's beef right now. There is some beef a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. I think if you asked Eric if there was beef, he would say, there's no beef with me at all. There might be beef with him, not with me. I think that's what he would say. And then you watch that video. All right, so here is Nick Rekieta.
Flagless says, so in-person super chats are now a thing. Remember, it's just jokes, guys. What do you mean in-person super chats are now a thing? Remember, it's just jokes. Are you talking about Riley? Yeah. Look, Riley
Look at
going
Riley.
to Rippaverse Studios or the warehouse or whatever.
By the way, Riley, you can't really talk about hairy shoulders, dude. You know what SJWs would call him?
What?
They call him my guy. Hey, my guy, you can't really talk about furry shoulders. Your shoulders are just as furry as Eric July's.
It's like, yeah, this whole furry shoulder thing, that's like nature's way of growing a shirt on your body.
Is that what it is? Like,
yeah, it's like, you know, I mean, that's why he's wearing the tank top. I don't know. Like, I mean, maybe you want to show people off your body hair. Maybe you don't. I do sometimes, but it's all on my chest.
I like it right here.
Yeah, like just a patch right there.
Yeah, like, and I like it to be, my chest hair, when I grow it out, sometimes Andrea likes me to run a razor over it. She doesn't like chest hair. She thinks it's gross. But, like, I like to grow it out sometimes, and I like it to just be like a puff of gray hair here that I sit like a medallion in the middle of. Can we just see the video without going on a tangent? Says Jane C. Alicia. Wow. Yes, I mean, that's YouTube. You can do that anytime you want. All right, here we go.
Is retarded in the current environment.
Yeah.
But Riley's retarded. You guys know this, right?
Riley is retarded. Look at him. Riley, you're retarded. Look at you. By the way, I don't have all caps comics stenciled on my window. You know why?
Probably you don't want people showing up to it.
Right. You know, I don't want people curious about what goes on in there and like, oh, that's a comic book publishing. By the way, anybody who drove past it would never know that, you know, there's comics in there. So I don't have all caps comics, even though I have a great logo. Probably the best logo in independent comics. I could have the Laughing Man right on there. But I'm not looking for visitors. I'm not trying to get anyone interested in what I'm doing. You know, in terms of shipping and all the stuff that goes on in a warehouse. It's the last thing I want to do. Although we had a guy come by and deliver bubble wrap, 100 rolls of bubble wrap. And he was like, what goes on in here? And I said, yeah, we make comics and toys. And he goes, oh, wow. Well, thank you very much. And as he's walking away, I did the thing that like remember Michael Jackson in that commercial? Like, hey.
Yeah.
And he threw him like fucking his underpants or something, like that kid. I can't remember I don't know how that commercial went. I probably got it wrong. But I said, hey, do you have any kids? And he goes, yeah, 2, boy and a girl. I said, here you go. And I gave him some Cyber Frog toys, a Cyber Frog toy for his boy, a Heather for his girl. He was over them. I couldn't believe it. He's like, wow, This is great. Thank you. I really am.
Give people stuff sometimes.
You do?
Not often. I don't like, you know.
Here is Clippaverse, who came to Rippaverse Publishing here. You know that because it's stenciled on the glass.
Right, like Riley's retarded. So him going there is very stupid in the current environment. But I've seen a lot of shit takes about like the police are gonna arrest him for. Okay, we'll wait for that to happen. Look, I hate to fucking do this because again, I want to say very clearly that Riley going to Rippaverse Warehouse is dumb and he should not do it. But if Eric July stood outside a Marvel warehouse, everyone would cheer. everyone would cheer. Okay. I just want to point that out.
Wow, dude.
Everybody's pretending like they wouldn't. And that's silly. Look, Riley, I disavow you, you fucking fat idiot. You little rotund pimple. Why on earth would you go and antagonize this shit anymore? It needs to end, you fucking idiot. This can just go away. But that being said, everybody's like, oh, the police are going to arrest him for harassment and vandalism. And I bet they won't. I bet they won't.
There you go.
Well, technically, unless there's a sign that says no trespassing, even if there's a sign that says no trespassing, you have to give the guy notice. Like, you have to tell them there's no, because they can always argue, I didn't see the sign. So technically, the cops can't. I don't know if he broke the law unless he crawled over a fucking fence.
I don't know. I think Eric said something like that. He said he went under a fence, which was covered with, had like barbed wire around it. And he like,
put some juice on it, Eric. Put some juice on it.
Put some juice, like electricity.
That's the only way they'll learn. I don't know. If he crawled through a fence and he broke the law, like, that's trespassing, hands down. Like, he broke the law. But so everybody's been out of shape on people's takes on this. That's where everybody's at.
Yeah, like, people are just like, hey, hey, and they all have attitudes about it. I've got my belief system, which is that Eric is absolutely fucking correct. And Clippaverse, this guy, if he came to my studio with the intention of putting stickers,
he didn't put stickers. He taped money to the door.
If he came to my warehouse and he put money on my door when I wasn't there at night.
Yeah.
And he made a video going, I'm at your warehouse. I'd be like, how much money is it? Wait, is it like hundreds or is it just like?
No, I think they were 50s, weren't they?
I heard 20s, so I don't know. I'd be like, what the fuck is this?
But can you really put a price on disrespect, No.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's what that's what All Caps Comics said. A lot of people are reacting to this in a bunch of different ways. I feel like our response to this situation has been pretty much perfect. I train my media people to respond to situations like this in an ideal fashion. So I think that we've said all the right things about this. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, okay. So here's what I said, and you tell me what you think of this. Now, I'm not a fence sitter. I'm somebody who's like, I better be on Eric's side here. That's me. Obviously, dude, stop menacing these people. They don't know you or understand your intentions or boundaries. This is too far. What do you think of that response?
That's a good enough response. Look, I don't want people showing up, to doorsteps and shit. Nobody does. I mean, it's all fun, internet shit until it's not. I mean, because look, there's unhinged people, Yeah,
it's true. There are. And so then we go on. The conversation goes on here because people are wanting to know what All Caps Comics thinks. Vito says, was this too far? And this is Alex Stein going to a studio with that guy who makes pizza content.
Yeah.
And I said, why no? That was fucking, I didn't say this. This is All Caps Comics. Why no? That was fucking hilarious. Our good friend Alex Stein 99 is such a lovable scam. Right? So this is close to the same situation here. And
so you're saying if you're lovable and you have personality, then you can get away with it. If you're not, then
maybe in a way, I'm kind of saying that. So I say, he goes, something, this is Young Clippa. This is the dude. He goes, something we couldn't agree more on. I go, but you, on the other hand, I didn't say that. This is all caps comics.
Yeah.
So contrasting with this guy quite a bit. This guy goes, I'd ask Ethan Van Sciver to ask his friend Eric July to apologize for flagging me or having his employees do it, or for not knowing his employees were doing it, and then I'll leave him alone. It's very, very easy to ask for me and only Eric's ego is in the way of this resolution. Do you understand? This is never going to get better. People are saying, you're the antagonist here. Everybody's on Eric's side. Absolutely everybody. Alfred Ortiz, we had to like censor his response. He was furious on behalf of Eric. Let me see here. What else goes on? Are you seeing how serious this is yet?
I mean, I'm seeing. I'm kind of.
What?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of like this. It is a warehouse that sucks.
Yeah.
And thank God it wasn't somewhere else. But I don't know, man.
Well, what? You can talk.
Now
Use your words.
Alex Stein in it. It's like now you're just muddying the water because it's. Well, I mean, we all laugh and applaud Alec when he does it.
Yeah.
So now I'm thinking about that, and it's like, but don't. I mean, what's the? I mean, he's getting views. I don't know.
Trolls, views.
I don't know. That page looks good.
Thanks, man. Hatch450SX says, place Alex went was public. Rip is not public. This statement right here buried him. He is admitting to actual malice and threats of further action. No, I know he is.
Hang on. Okay, the place Alec went was public, but the place that guy went to was, I'm assuming, is behind a fence. But he drove a car in there. You can see he didn't crawl through a fence. You can see the reflection of his car in the window as he's driving off.
Yeah, I know.
So he didn't crawl through a fence unless he crawled through a fence with his car.
All right. So this guy goes, I know you've never read ISOM #1 because nobody has, but the entire plot revolves around the good guy showing up to a private business uninvited. And All Caps Comics points out, maybe, but ISOM was looking for a girl and to beat the shit out of the club owner, not to put bunny stickers on the windows and be a douche. Right? And then he goes, I'll do those things next time if it makes you feel better about it. I was like, that's not what I meant, asshole. I read ISOM #1. That's all All Caps Comics was saying. Let's get into a fight with these guys a little bit, protecting, standing up, taking a stand.
Somebody says, if even Shane gets it, then why? Like, I don't even know. Like, everything's upside down at this point. I've been sick, guys. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to agree with it's a coin toss. A coin toss. It's a coin toss, guys.
Here's ASE Presents, who is Clippaverse. This dude's in my chat. He says, don't tell anyone, but me having hairier shoulders than Eric is the joke, guys. What? How is it a joke? Like, you're saying that, like, you want to shave his shoulders and your shoulders are hairier than his. That's not a joke. That's just stupid. That's just you being retarded, dude. Here's Dick Masterson. Eric is a false flagger. He needs to apologize. Like, there's no way Rip is going to apologize to that guy. He wanted to shave his back. Embarrassing. You can't be that disrespectful and expect respect. All due respect. Right? Right or wrong? All due respect.
All due respect to everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know.